George, and today we're going to be painting this freshly plastered outbuilding, and I will be using my Ozito Airless paint sprayer. I did have a Wagner before, but that failed and I couldn't get a part for it, ironically just out of warranty. So I bought a cheap Ozito, which I've had about 3-4 years now, and it is amazing. But yeah, I'm going to crack on and get this prepped, and then I'll show you how to use it and how quick it is. Right, just to recap, here we go. So it'll be this ceiling. Everything underneath it is covered because ceilings tend to have quite a bit of overspray. And then this room. Now what I've done is I've gone around and swept all of the edges, so that if I catch it with the sprayer, it doesn't flick up loads of dust. So yeah, I'm just gonna cover all the stuff up in the middle with a big sheet and then get ready to start spraying. So now what we've got to do is dilute the first coat 50-50 to spray on the walls. Half the tub. And here's some water. Drips off a lot better. Yeah, and this coat needs to be 50-50. So here we have the Ozito sprayer. Just out of the box, this is how it goes away. Has 2 tubes, one sucks in, one blows out. This is the prime pipe. And then you have your hose. So first thing we've got to do is connect the hose up. One end goes on here, like so. And then the pipe then goes on the bottom here. What you then do is, that sucks up, that blows out once you prime it. So we'll put them into the paint, ready and waiting. Now we've got to get the spray end on. So this end here has a filter in it. That filter goes in the hole, if you can see that, in the gun with the nozzle end up. Like that. That then goes in there. Goes up. Onto the end of this, you have your gun end, and you can then choose what size tips you're going to use. So I'm going to use a 517 for my first coat. That gives you a nice wide span. There you go. And then you put that on the end here. And you can change the fan angle. So at the moment, the fan is that way. If I turn it like this, the fan is that way. I tend to spray with it that way. You're nearly ready to turn the machine on. So, spray direction, tip facing that way. When you're priming it, oops, on that a bit too tight. I want to be able to spin the tip should you need to if you get a blockage, so don't tighten it too much. Right, so that now is facing the wrong way, which means when I squirt it, it will just come through nice and neat. Now that your gun is all set up, what you're going to need to do is prime the unit. So leave lever down is prime, lever forward is pump through to the gun under high pressure. So, we'll put it onto prime, and turn this on, it's going to be really noisy. What we're going to try and do, if I turn the camera around, is wait for paint to start coming out of this small pipe. That would mean it's sucked it up through the motor, down through there. Once that's done, we can then try and get some coming through the gun. So here we go, here comes the noise. Motor is now primed, so I can put that pipe back in. Now we're going to get the gun primed. So we hold the trigger in and let it start pumping through the 7.5 meters of hose pipe. Right then, that is now full of paint in the pipe, and the gun's loaded. So I'll now flip this round to spray. So first coat done. Now I'm going to put a fan on to get some air in here to help the drying process. Don't forget, when you finish between sessions, lock your gun in case you tread on it, and then turn that sideways. Depressure the line, and then yeah, I had a spillage. I knocked my tub over. Yeah, there you go. Took no more than 10 minutes to do that. Really starting to cover now. Got a fan going just to try and get some air circulation in this little room, mainly for the ceiling and the ensuite, as it hasn't got any windows. There you go. So I'm going to stop and get some lunch now. Let that really dry well, and come back and put a top coat on. Right, I've just come back from lunch. 2 coats on the wall. Now we're going to do a nice thick heavy one. Only a little bit of watering down on this, so this is going to go on really nice and cover all of the slight dark patches now. So yeah, here we go. Alright, there we go. Finished. All tidied up. Tiler is due in end of the week to start tiling. Everything's had 3 coats. Just drying now. So do I recommend a sprayer? Yes. Do you have to spend a lot to get good results? No. Is it one of the best things I've ever bought? Yes. Any questions, drop us a comment below and I'll try and answer them the best I can. But yeah, please like and subscribe, as it definitely helps the channel, and I'll see you next time.